Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Ava Parker and I'm president of Palm Beach State College. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I would like to let you know that this press conference is being recorded and it's being webcasted to our college community and news organizations that have registered for this meeting. With us today, I'm pleased to be joined by so many important people who've made such a difference in the life of the college. First is Colonel Robert Allen, yes. Major Mark Alexander, Captain Randy Foley, Sergeant Jeanette Rivers, Regina Herring with the Palm Beach County Criminal Justice Commission, and Reverend Kevin Jones, Chair of the County Criminal Justice Commission, Van Williams, who's Provost for the Boca Raton campus, Tracy Pillay, who's Provost of the Palm Beach Gardens campus, and Barb Cipriano, who's Provost of the Lake Worth campus. I would also like to let you know that our entire college administration team is here with me today, and I ask that team to please stand. Thank you guys so much for being here. I would like to take this opportunity to reiterate our commitment to the safety of our students, faculty, staff, and community at Palm Beach State College. The college takes seriously all threats of violence. Because of the vigilance of our students, faculty, staff, including a student who came forward, campus security, and the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, our campuses are safe. A PBSC student who was enrolled at the Boca Raton campus was arrested on Friday, October 14th, for making threats of violence against the college. He was actually taking classes at the Lake Worth campus as well as the Boca Raton campus. A student who wishes to remain anonymous contacted college officials on Thursday about concerns about alarming posts that were made by Saul Jean on a social media site. Campus security acted swiftly to investigate the matter and called in the Behavioral Services Division of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Jean was arrested the next day and is being held on a $1 million bond. The student who alerted the college wishes to remain anonymous. We applaud you and thank you for saying something and for your quick actions to safeguard our Panther community. On behalf of all of our students, faculty, and staff, we say thank you. We'd also like our students to know that we have an amazing student counseling center. Counselors are on hand to provide support if you're facing any challenges or if you would like to talk to a counselor relating to this event. That's the lesson here. That is that, like the student who spoke up, to all our students, faculty, and staff, if you see or hear something troubling in your conversations, in class, at an activity, or on social media, say something immediately. This heightened awareness and immediate action helps keep our campuses safe. In this case, the college's campus security department activated its partnership with the Behavioral Services Division of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, which examines these types of threats. The outcome of this situation demonstrates that this process works. We are grateful for the quick actions of our student services and campus security team and the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office in making an arrest. PBSC thanks student heroes who come forward to say something when they see or hear something unusual or suspicious. Our campuses are safe because our caring and alert Panther community, our top-notch PBSC security team, and our partnerships with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office and state and local law enforcement agencies. When you see something, say something. The safety of our students, faculty, and staff is always a priority. It takes every one of us working together to keep our campuses safe. Again, if you see something, say something. I'd like to welcome Colonel Robert Allen and introduce Robert Allen and Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office for additional insights. I think joining Colonel Allen, we have Captain Foley and Sergeant Rivers.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Colonel Robert Allen, A-L-L-E-N, with Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. I'm just here mostly to talk about how this collaborative effort worked on all parts. This is the way it is supposed to work. I can't think of a better case where the community was involved, the school police were involved, and they called the sheriff's office. Our patrol deputies got that information to the right unit, being behavioral services, and our targeted violent unit. And from there, probable cause was developed for this arrest, and our tactical unit was involved and was out, and within probably a 24-hour period had the person in custody. This really is a golden opportunity to be mirrored throughout the state, throughout the country that it has been. I know Captain Foley has spoken a lot around the country on this matter. He's become a subject matter expert, works with the federal agencies in developing their own programs to model Palm Beach counties. Under Sheriff Bradshaw's leadership and guidance to give us the resources to do this job, it's really has been a pleasure for me to watch this unit grow, thrive the way it is, and make great results to what we see here today. There's really no way of quantifying what we ever do works. We're never really sure, but we're only sure when something doesn't happen. In this case, I'm never more convinced that this case saved lives. We're never really certain if it does or not when we go out, and they are out daily and weekly, interviewing people, talking to people, investigating. This case, there's no question in my mind, saved lives. So with that, I'll take any questions, or if you have any questions about the case itself, we could talk to the captain or the sergeant.
Do we know which campuses were actually involved in the threat, or was it both of them, or both of them important?
Jeanette?
I'm Sergeant Rivers, R-I-V-E-R-S. There was no direct threat at the time to either campus. The concern was that he was a student and he came onto the campus, the Boca Raton campus, without having a legitimate reason for it. He was not scheduled to be in class that day. So the threat that he was making was in general to create a massacre.
Do we know what campus the anonymous student, what campus he attended?
We do not know that. No. Any other questions?
Can you tell us what the threat or threats specifically said and where they were posted?
His threats were posted to a website called change.org. He had a user account there, and his threats were summarizing that he felt that the federal government was watching him. He had some paranoid statements made, and that he was going to carry out a massacre, and that he was making homicidal and suicidal statements, that he was not going to go quietly. He made statements that he was upset with the federal government, and suggested that if other people wanted to carry out a massacre or a mass shooting, that they should visit a beach, that a beach would be a target for them. So that was the a version of his threats.
Did you find that he had the means to carry out his threats, such as weapons and ammunition?
At the time of his arrest, he did not have weapons, but one of his posts was that he posted his bank account balance, stating that he had enough money to purchase a firearm when he was ready. Anyone else?
Has the sheriff's office or any other local law enforcement had prior contact with this individual, prior arrests?
The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office had not had any prior interaction with him, but he was a resident of Miami-Dade County, where he had several interactions with law enforcement, trespassing from businesses, and he has 2 open battery cases.
What's next for law enforcement here on campus, given that these threats are out there? Any work being done to prevent these threats from coming to fruition?
Well, the work happens every day, so obviously with the cooperation of our schools, our local jurisdictions, the community, it's an everyday thing. We have several, obviously, other programs, Aware and Care, which we'll speak on, See Something, Say Something, Fortify Florida. These are all programs that we use on a daily basis and that the community can use to contact us and remain anonymous if they feel that way, and we will investigate every tip that comes to us. So that's what we're doing.
Is there anything anyone up here can say about whether these kinds of threats online are increasing? I mean, I know that just as a reporter, we've written a lot about schools going on lockdown pretty often, from threats that end up, thankfully being unsustained. But is there an increase that you all are seeing causing that increase, or why, you know, these threats are being made more often, if that's the case?
There are more threats. We are seeing more threats, and our detectives are working tirelessly every night to monitor social media, accept any tips that are coming in, and investigate and interview people. So there's obviously different reasons why these, are increasing, but we're working hard to, investigate them all and prevent any tragedies. Thank you.
I would like to invite Regina Herring from the Palm Beach County Criminal Justice Commission. I think she can shed some light on additional programs that are out there that are being used to address some of our concerns as issues are coming in. Regina.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Regina Herring, R-E-G-E-N-I-A, Herring, H-E-R-R-I-N-G, and I'm the Executive Director from the Palm Beach County Criminal Justice Commission. And what I'd like to share with you all is Criminal Justice Commission, our role is an advisors to the Board of County Commissioners. And when, as a result of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas situation that we know tragically happened in Broward County, Palm Beach County's Criminal Justice Commission looked at what would we do in Palm Beach County. We created, under our Law Enforcement Planning Council, a Community and School Safety Committee, which Captain Foley chairs. And that, as a result of that body of behavioral health specialists and law enforcement, we came up with the idea of the Aware and Care. And the Aware and Care is a website that we created for our community to be able to have tips, information about mass shootings, people who are having behavioral health, who to call. We have a partnership with 211. We're working with our local law enforcement. And we're looking at creating a plan comprehensively that will look at how do we ensure every aspect of our system is covered. We don't have gaps. Our communities are safe. And so when we have young heroes, is what I would think is an adequate name for the young person that called it in, is that we're able to keep our community safe. And it's partnerships, it's collaborations with the schools, with the communities, with our residents, with our law enforcement, that we work very hard in building and maintaining. So this Aware and Care, you'll see billboards, you'll see bus wraps, you'll see bus stops, and these are all Aware and Care. If you go to our site, it's awareandcare.com, PBC, awareandcarepbc.com, and you will see a lot of the tips and information. And it's really all about getting folks to call in, sharing information, even parents, students, community folks. When you see something, it is very, very important, if we want to all remain safe, to call in and say something. Is there any questions that you have about our Aware and Care site or information?
Where do we find Aware and Care?
If you go, it's on the Palm Beach County website. So it's Aware and Care, AwareAndCare.com. Aware, AwareAndCarepbc.com. And there's a place for resources, information, because the goal is, we know mental health here across our nation is an issue. We've just still dealing with the pandemic, and our goal is to have resources and options for people to get help. Anyone else? Thank you.
When we started, we've talked a lot about the partnership that we have with our own Palm Beach County Security Department, as well as Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. I'm going to ask the three gentlemen who are in the back, I want you to come on up front. I know you weren't here when we started, but we have representatives from our team who are slowly walking up this way, it's because of their vigilance and their hard work and the partnership that we had with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, that we're so fortunate that this situation turned out as it should have been. So I just want to make sure we recognize them, and we can just say thank you so much for your engagement and your partnership, because it really did make a difference. With that, that's all the prepared remarks that we have at this time. Any other questions, certainly we're happy to answer them, but thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Is that it? You have something else? Cool. Anybody? You guys want to say anything? You can say something if you like. Yes. No? Okay. Angela, I think we're done, right?
Famous.
Great. Thank you so much. No, thank you so much for coming.